Okay. Hi, everybody. So I'm live. I clicked the button to go live, and then it didn't say that I was live, even though I was apparently. And so I stopped the stream and I went to start over, and now it should be live. So sorry about that. And I missed last week's live show because I hurt my neck. I had previously talked about this in my past shows, how I was cleaning out a lot of stuff. I was trying to clear away some of the stuff that I used to sell on Amazon. It's been stuck in storage, and I was taking out heavy boxes and throwing them away or donating them, and it just was a lot of work. And it was hard for my shoulders and neck muscles, and apparently I strained it more than I thought I was, lifting all the bags and everything. So I've been in a bit of pain. So, if you see me move my neck in a way, I'm trying to stretch it so that it's not, as tensed up. Anyway, so that's why I did not have a show last week, and I'm just sort of trying to relax. And I found it funny that it was the first show that I missed since I started this, and that it happened around the whole Feast of Tabernacles and everything, when we're supposed to be resting, and I kind of got forced into resting because of it. I knew I had to take a break and stop, and I wasn't working as much, and I was just trying to spend some time relaxing and, sort of vegging out a bit, because I knew that if I strained it more, it was just going to get worse, and I couldn't do that if I ever wanted to get better. So I hope you guys can hear me in the chat. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves and all that too, and just let me know if it's working also. Hopefully it is. So it's just been a crazy kind of couple of weeks. I have been working a little bit more relaxing, trying to release resistance again to being able to make money, and that's what I've been focusing on, and that's been going pretty well, I think. I'm really happy that I got the stuff cleaned out. I feel a lot better about that. As soon as I heard that some of my stuff got donated and somebody, took it in to get donated, the next thing I knew, I got a email about being put on a special team at work where I could make a little bit more money. I'm still hoping to be a reviewer at some point, but, I'll take what I can get, and this is probably just the process of how to do that. So that's good. It's good news. And, all that stuff happened like right off of me cleaning out and getting rid of that stuff. So that's good. I think it's related. And I've just been thinking a lot more, I guess, about this whole process of my life and how it worked. And I started this channel in 2015 because I felt like I had to, with the whole, September 23rd and the Pope and all that stuff that I was learning, that I was waking up to. And I spent a lot of time learning, researching, studying. I know the arguments for the Trinitarian, perspective and the Unitarian perspective by heart, basically, at this point, because of all the studying I did. I can pull out quotes from the Bible to basically prove whatever point I want to make at this point, and I can do it on both sides if I wanted to, because I know what the other people argue. And it's kind of funny, but I'm not feeling led so much to research what the Bible says on things anymore. One of the things I threw out, funnily enough, was the Bible, because I'm not pulling out my Bible and reading it anymore. And I use BibleHub.com because it's got all the Strong's Concordance words that I can look up the actual meanings for it. So if I need that, then I will look it up. And, it's not something I feel led to even, just spend time reading anymore physically, as far as pulling out a Bible. And what else? Okay, so all the studying stuff, I'm just not feeling led for doing that right now. I do want to do some more work on my website, but today I'm sort of probably just going to rest because of my neck. And I haven't been doing too many videos because I was doing more stuff on the transcription, trying to actually bring in more money, which that seemed more lucrative at this point in time. So it's been nice having money and being able to buy things. So, I mean, it's not, enough to support myself yet, but I'm getting there, and that's what I'm focusing on, is that things are moving in that direction. So that's good. And yeah, so I'm just not as focused right now specifically on studying, Bible stuff, but obviously law of attraction, I'm completely studying. With my free time, I've been listening to a lot of Abraham Hicks stuff and definitely learning a lot, and sort of planting seeds into my subconscious that are going to grow into good stuff. And that's what I want to be focusing on. And please let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, or thoughts, or anything that you want to discuss too. Because I didn't really prepare much. Just was going to talk about why I didn't have a show last week. It's just been relaxing, like I said, and listening to Abraham Hicks, trying to meditate. Meditation is a lot. It's going well. I've been listening to meditation things before bed, and sometimes I'll listen to the Abraham Hicks meditation in the morning for waking up. I added that to my singing bowl playlist type thing, whatever the singing bowl meditation I did. So that was good. When I was a child, I had so many things that I wanted to do and learn and be, and it's so funny because the more and more I release resistance to, everything that I've been resistant about, to making money, to having fun, to whatever, I find myself going back to being like a child more and more and more and more and more. And it's just unbelievable to me that everything I thought of as a child is basically what my life is becoming. And, I had a preoccupation with games and gaming and all that. And then I built up resistance about that. And now I'm releasing resistance. And it's just, like I said, with the whole truth or talk thing, I used to want to be a psychologist. I used to want to be able to help people with their problems. I used to want to be somebody who people could come to and just listen to them. And I do that, with simplytruthertalk.com. And, I have so many things that I want to do, and stuff is actually starting. I can see how I can make money with that, and I can see how I can actually have fun making money and enjoy myself. And, even I used to do math problems, and I used to think of it as like a game. I mean, that's what I would think about. That's probably why I enjoyed math so much, is because I thought of it as little games. And a lot of people have blockages about being good at math, but I think of it as like a game. And when it's fun, that's when it goes faster and easier for you. I downloaded this app on the phone called Elevate, and it's about, getting better at math and reading and writing and all that stuff. And I just found that fun. It's a trial thing. I mean, like, you can do 3 games a day in training and all that stuff. You can pay money if you want to, but you don't have to. But it's just kind of funny seeing math as a game again. That's what I was better at than other stuff on there. And I had a mind for programming, and, I wanted to be able to create a game at some point. So maybe I can, maybe in the future I can. And I'm just kind of finding a new sort of piece at understanding that people can make money having fun, and that's how we're supposed to. We're supposed to be able to have fun in every single thing that we do. And I find it interesting that most people sort of resist that because they were told long ago, you have to, there's no gain without pain, basically. No pain, no gain, right? And that's not true. That you can gain by having fun. And, I wish more people understood that, but only those who are going to resonate with that are going to resonate with it, and there's nothing I can do about that. But it's just interesting. It's kind of like a whole new perspective of my life has sort of opened up. Just realizing that we can do whatever we want to do and have fun doing it. And that's exciting and awesome. And, most people aren't really ready for that. And the whole religion thing, a lot of people are sort of, they're stuck on being so afraid that they have to do this just right or else God's going to punish them and stuff like that. And it's just this whole fear-based frequency, as I've talked about in the past. And I'm just not into that whole fear-based frequency anymore. I think once you get up to love, you find that enjoyment and elation and joy, excitement, etc., being frisky and reveling in things. And I think that's how we're supposed to be, excited and joyful and playful and in everything that we do. And, I still want to be able to help people, but I don't feel like I have to, because I know that they're going to find the help wherever they need it. And if I'm the way that they need it, then they'll come to me. So that's pretty cool, And that's, your vibe attracts your tribe. So we all come together, and that's awesome. And you guys are pretty quiet in the chat. And so since I really didn't have anything planned, except I know that I'm going to be relaxing my neck, and back and shoulders and all of that, I guess I'm just taking time to relax. And I find it really interesting that it's happening at this time of tabernacles and everything. And some people are in different calendars than others, and I really don't care. I don't mind if somebody else thinks it's a different time than I do or whatever, because I'm not even focused on what time it is. I just know this is the general period. I just don't like it when people tell people that they're on the wrong calendar or something, and you have to come to my calendar, etc. But people will do what they want to do. I used to think like that as far as the, calendars, also religion and all that stuff. Hi, Janet. Welcome. I explained in the beginning why I wasn't here. Basically, I was cleaning out for the first couple of weeks, the past couple of weeks, just getting rid of the trash and stuff, which clears out your mind, which is awesome. But I overdid it because I really just wanted to get a lot of stuff out. So I was carrying heavy bags and releasing a lot of stuff, but it was very heavy, so I hurt my shoulders and my neck. And just been kind of trying to not stare at anything for a certain period of time, because then I want to stretch it to the left and to the right and all that stuff. Look up, down. Looking down at the dishes was giving me a bad ache in my neck and everything. So I'm trying to do just a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then move on, do some stretching, go back to it. Can't focus for too long on anything. I don't want to focus on this for too long either, because the more you talk about it, the more it happens, and I don't want to be in more pain. But I even got to taking ibuprofen, because I don't like taking medicines, but it was just hurting so bad. But I'm not right now. But I will be eating and taking some turmeric pills later. And I've been using the heating pad. And actually, it's kind of funny, because I bought this infrared heating lamp for the dog when she hurt her ligament on her leg. And so I've been using that too. And I'm just happy I had that. And she's doing better, and it'll help me out, I'm sure. So I've been doing that too. And so I'm just relaxing, basically. And I'm sorry that I didn't get to have the show up, but last Saturday I woke up and it was just horrible. That's when I started to take the ibuprofen, and I just wasn't gonna put up this, set up the whole thing behind me and all that stuff. And thank you. So, basically I've just been relaxing, and that's why I really don't have much stuff planned or whatever. But I'm looking forward to getting better, because I know that this is just a bump in the road, and I think it was actually a good thing. Other people have told me, they've been praying for me and things like that. And I was saying, I think this is the path of least resistance to getting what I want. I think my releasing of resistance has led to this, as in this is a blessing. And I know for a lot of people, calling your aches and pains, especially being out of it for like a week or so, would be hardly a blessing. But the thing is, it caused me to relax more. It caused me to listen to more Abraham Hicks because I was relaxing. It caused me to do this and to do that just in relaxing. And it caused me to, ask for help with getting rid of some of the garbage and donation stuff. And that's a good thing. It led to getting rid of a lot more stuff than I could have done by myself, and a lot faster than I could have done it myself. And so it's really helped me out to get clear, to clear out the stuff, and it's such a weight off my shoulders. Just, I think literally, because we sort of have this vibrational baggage on our shoulders when we are worried about things or anxious about things or things that are on our mind, etc. And that's why it actually feels lighter when you forgive people and release things, throw things out. You feel so much better when you walk into a clean house or whatever, because there's this physical, vibrational something that's really actually weighing down on you. And the more you release resistance, the more you get in. That's why you can feel lighter when you're in joy, and you feel like, that's why they came up the expression walking on air, walking on clouds, or whatever. Because when you're in a happy, excited, higher vibrational state, you feel lighter than when you feel like you're in a depressed, anxious, I've got so many worries on my plate, I'm holding the weight of the world on my shoulders. And there's these terms and phrases that we've come up with because there's actually a physical manifestation to all that stuff. And I think even just releasing this weight off my shoulders maybe caused pain in some way on my shoulders. But after it's all gone, it's all gone. Well, there's a couple more boxes out there, but a lot, like the huge majority is just gone. It feels so much greater. Awesome. And actually in spring, I was thinking about how we were planting thoughts and prayers and things like that into our subconscious at that point. And then in the future, we're going to see the harvest of that. And, around that time, I remember praying because of the game of life and how to play it. I did a video on that if you haven't seen it. And, Florence Scovel Shinn was talking about putting stuff on Jesus, letting him take the burden of things. And if you have a worry in your life, you can just sort of, let him take the burden off of you. And so I prayed, I have all this stock, all this junk, all these boxes in the shed, and I want to not worry about it. And I put that on him, on the Christ or whatever. And I'm not going to worry about it and know he'll take care of that. And then, a few months later, the next season, the harvest season, I'm reaping the benefits of getting rid of that stuff. And, I didn't have to focus like every day, like, how am I going to get rid of this stuff? How am I going to get rid of this? How am I going to do it? I put that on him. And, 6 months go by and it's taken care of. All of a sudden I have an inspiration to go out there and start cleaning, and one thing leads to another. And now all this stuff is gone, and it's just, proof for the reaping of what I sowed, etc., that's happening. And I'm sure that it wasn't just that. It's not like every spring you get to, put one thing in the ground and get that harvest, in fall. I was putting a lot of stuff in the ground and getting a lot of harvests now in fall. And like I said, I'm making more money at the transcription stuff. It's still not a lot of money, but it's more money, and finding other ways that I can make money. And it doesn't just have to be about fall, because I made this correlation that in the fall, the trees are letting go of their leaves, just like we can let go and clean out old things so that we can bring in the new. And also, I was doing fall cleaning, and I thought to myself, why am I doing fall cleaning? It's supposed to be spring cleaning. But I thought to myself, well, no, it's spring somewhere. The there's opposites in this world. It's built on opposites. That's why we have a northern hemisphere, a southern hemisphere. And yes, I don't believe in the globe if you're new to my channel, but that's why there's a place where there is spring at a time that there is fall. And it's why there is a place where it is Christmas in July, because it's winter in the spring or the summer. It's winter in the summer in Australia. And it's, you know, the opposite here. And it's both ways. And so that's why you can have fall cleaning at the same time as spring cleaning in another place, you know, and it's all about that. And every single point, you know, there is good stuff to winter, and that means there's good stuff to summer, you know, and we just have these opposites. Well, yes, Janet, please be inspired, but also don't overdo it. That's my knowledge about this. You know, I could have asked for more help. I didn't want to ask for help. I felt like that stuff that I had, it was all my stuff and I should go through it myself, you know? So I felt like I have to do it all myself. And it wasn't until I was like, this is too much for me, that I let go of resistance to somebody helping me. And I'm paying the price for that. And yes, it was the path of least resistance to getting things I want, but you don't have to go and make yourself ache either, you know. But we can go through and clean out this stuff and understand that what you get rid of, you can bring back into your life, because it's not, if you're in a vibrational place where, you know, you have, I'm just looking at a bracelet, you have a bracelet, and, you know, if you're in a place where you have a bracelet, when you throw it out, you could still be in a vibrational place where you have a bracelet and maybe somebody gives you a gift of a bracelet, you know. If what you throw out doesn't mean that you don't have it, it just means that you're releasing the old and bringing in the new, you know. So you don't have to worry about, like, clothes. I would think about, I should probably go through my clothes and get rid of stuff that I don't want, because you can bring in stuff that you do want. And we have to have this, just like we breathe in air, but in order to breathe in air, we have to breathe out air. In order to bring in money, we have to spend money. In order to, you know, to get people to help us out, we need to help other people out. And it's all vibrational, and it's all like this ebb and flow. It goes in and out, you know. And in order to bring in the new, we have to let go of the old, and this is the season to do that. Although, funnily enough, I saw in my app this morning that it was supposed to be snowing outside, and I know that there's some people who are thinking, man, it's still summer practically. But we had a very cool summer where I'm at. We did get to 90 maybe a day or so, but, you know, it was cool relatively, and now we're in fall for sure. And I had to deal with the heater stuff too. The heater had to be messed with. But I know that the heater is working, and I know that the fireplace is working now, and all that stuff. Yeah, you have to first let go of the seed and plant it into the ground. And you can't just get angry that it hasn't, you know, materialized yet. We have to let it materialize. We have to let it germinate. We have to let that stuff happen, and then it comes out in the harvest. And so if this is, you know, fall here, but it's spring somewhere else, we can still be planting things, right? Don't the trees, they let go of their leaves and seeds and all that stuff, and it all goes into the ground. And then also the little animals, they collect the seeds and nuts and store them, and then they come out. And it's just, it's so beautiful the way this world works, you know, this ebb and flow, and how it's, you know, people are hibernating in the winter, but at the same time, there's people on the earth that are coming out and just being outside so much in the summer. Right now, we're in a time of fall, but it's also a time of spring where people are getting ready for another summer in another place, you know. And that's so exciting that it's happening all the time, constantly, you know. And it's just, and this is the time of letting go of everything and releasing resistance, releasing. If you're holding on to all the clothes in your closet, let's say, and you don't have any space for anything new, you're not going to go out and buy something new because you're going to think to myself, where am I going to put it? But if you let go of things, then you're in this vibrational place where you can let things in again, because you're not going to be without for too long because you already have it in your vibration. And it's really fantastic to be able to do that. Do you guys have any questions or comments or thoughts or anything you want to discuss? Just because I really didn't have anything planned. And yeah, because I've just been relaxing basically, like I said, and trying to move my neck so that I don't get too stiff. But it's been good. I mean, I think that the stuff is all for a purpose, and then I'll be back and better than ever, I'm sure, in the future. So, but that's basically why I really haven't been doing much on the channel either. Stretching my neck. But if you guys have any other questions or comments or thoughts or anything, we can discuss that. Otherwise, I might end early just because I'll probably go get something to eat and take a pill. But don't, let me go just because of that. If you really want to discuss something, we can discuss it and all that. I hope this really was helpful for you guys, just being able to chat and stuff. I know I'm doing a lot better than I was last week. A lot better, which is pretty great. So I know that it won't be too long before I get all healed up. And maybe it's to coincide with tabernacles. I'm not sure. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys missed me. I posted a little bit on Facebook, and I know you're not all on Facebook. But I couldn't. Anyone can comprehend this, yet many will never hear it. Well, yeah, there's only going to be a few people that, well, I won't say that. There's a lot of people that are ready to hear it, and they're going to find me if they're ready to hear it, and they're going to find that even if it isn't from me, if they're ready to hear it. But there are a lot of people that aren't, and I'm not going to focus on the people that aren't and the people that can't comprehend. There's a lot of people out there who are waking up right now, who are ready to comprehend this stuff, and I'm really thankful for that. And that's pretty awesome. And I think we're all planting seeds that other people are waking up, and that's going to bring more people waking up too. All right. So I think I'm going to end this just because, for one thing, I want to get a heating pad on my neck and everything. Yeah, I'm glad that it's resonating with you. And yeah, it's really great. It's not, I was talking a little bit about how I threw away my Bible and everything, and I'm not really focused so much on the whole religion aspect, but I am still very much on the spiritual law of attraction. God's shining his light on us always. It's us resisting it that's, leading us to not having everything that we want. And so that's why I'm really focused on releasing resistance a lot. And even if I have a little resistance that's causing this pain in my back, shoulders, whatever, I don't care. I'll deal with it because I got rid of a lot of stuff, and I'm really happy that I cleaned stuff out. And I think this really, even the pain is leading me to greater things. So I'm happy about that. And just, releasing resistance just by relaxing, because they were telling us that, and the Abraham Hicks and everything, is that, in order to have a job where you can relax, you need to actually relax first and understand that, act as if your job gives you time to relax. And my job gives me time to relax because the transcription stuff I can do whenever I want to. And so I took a day to relax, my neck and everything. And then I got an email about being added to the special teams where I can make a little bit more money on that. And it's just, I didn't have to work that day in order to get that, promotion of sorts, whatever, onto the special teams. I didn't have to work in order to do that. I just, was led to put in an application at some time. I was led to, getting to that point and everything. So we can just relax and then be led to get what we're wanting in a relaxed state of being. So that's really awesome. The best advice is to have fun in everything that you do and find the fun in everything that you do, because, at a time I hated doing dishes. Now I make doing dishes fun. I look for a way to enjoy it, and I listen to stuff that I love to listen to, either music or Abraham Hicks or other meditation stuff or any positive things that I want to. You can listen to an audiobook, and do the dishes at the same time, and it doesn't have to be a chore. So that means our job doesn't have to be a chore. We can find a job we like and listen to music too. When I work on my website, I listen to music. I can enjoy my work at the same time as listening to music. You can have fun doing what you are doing, and that's the best way to be. That's being in the zone, or being in the vortex, or, being on God's frequency, is being able to do what you love to do and have fun and still get what you want done, So thank you. All right, everybody. So have a great weekend. Thank you for all the positive thoughts and everything. And I'm sorry you missed me, but I'm back. And I think I'll be better than ever, really soon. So thank you all for watching, and Shabbat Shalom.